Hi, my name is Terrence.
This guy's a gangster? His real name?
Terrence. I wanted to come on here and make a short video apologizing. So when I was addressed with a very serious question.
Yeah, it's my fault. I'm not gonna run from the blame from what I've done. I know what I've done.
I allow my behavior, defense, get the best of me.
No, I never had a sexual, whatever you said, towards underage people.
Deviancy. Deviancy.
Yeah.
So was it all about the money? Is that what it was?
Of course it was about the money. I lived the lifestyle. That's what it was all about. You think I just...
That's not a lifestyle, man.
So, in regards to my response, nothing could be further from the truth.
No.
Some people choose that life.
What was I thinking about what?
So know that every day that the good Lord bless me with life above ground, I will be a blessing to someone.
No, listen, I'm not going.
So the person was you underage?
Yes.
I probably can never right all my wrong, but I definitely can and will continue to strive to be the best version of me that I can possibly be.
First of all, everyone don't have the option to go to Harvard.
So I deeply apologize to any of you who have been affected by the upbringing of this topic.
Well, I'm not. I don't have nothing to say. I done what I did, and dealt with the consequence behind it. Still dealing with the consequence behind it. So I mean, what do you want me to say? You want me to cry and apologize? I'm not.
No, absolutely not. No, if you have no tears for your victims, then don't fucking give me crocodiles.
No, I don't.
Don't do that.
I don't have tears for the victim. I don't have tears for the victim because the victim is not as much as a victim as you assume that she is. She's not some innocent girl that was just swindled by charm or no, that's not the case.
So I deeply apologize to any of you who have been affected by the upbringing of this topic. I don't have tears for the victim.
Well, it does not feel good, does it? No, it does not. Hello, everyone. I hope that you are all having a good Monday, as good of a Monday as one can have. Mondays already suck, don't they? I had a great weekend. I mean, before the weekend, the stuff with Kaya went down, where she decided to let everyone know that she has a man, and that this man of hers that she has been with for 12 years did 5 years in jail. He was sentenced to 10, but he served 5 for human trafficking teenagers. Yes, teenagers. He admitted that they were underage, as you just heard. If you haven't checked out my video on Kaya Simon's life, please do go and check that out, and it will explain everything there. And so that all happened, and she came out. She did an apology on her channel, kind of more like an explanation. I think she thought she was going to do like an apology-esque video, but by the time her stream was done, instead of it being an apology or making anything better, right, it just made everything worse, and she looked like a worse person. Then after that, they went over to a What's channel. She was live streaming about, the situation, and they actually went up on a panel, and as you just heard, they doubled down. They doubled down by stating that the minor children, okay, like these teens were 16, 17, maybe younger. I heard a rumor that someone said some of them were like 13, 14, but it really does not matter. It does not matter how old they were. I don't care if they were 10. I don't care if they were 16. It is still a minor. To me, that is a baby. A baby. Okay. You were pimping out babies. They said that they chose this lifestyle, that they consented, and Kaya's man assured us that he wasn't a bad person because he didn't touch the little girls. He just took money for the other grown adults to touch the little girls. So that was like supposed to make him better. They were supposed to do a live stream on Sunday, and I think all of us were kind of on the edge of our seats. Now, I had a great weekend in between. I found out that the SEC was going after on passive, and they've been called a pyramid scheme officially on court documents now, and that's under a fact, by the way. And Ash is getting sued for 108 million. So luckily, I got to have a little bit of a celebration for like a day yesterday. Great fun. And then today I woke up to this apology video. I guess it's supposed to be an apology video. Again, these guys are not very good at apologizing. Maybe they should just stop. All this thing is missing is the ukulele song. I swear. So I went and I took a look at it. And of course, here it is, posted today. Now, it was posted for me. It's when I first saw it, it said 9 hours ago. And I saw it at about 11 a.m., like about an hour or so ago. So that means that they posted this on in my time at 1 or 2 in the morning a.m. They're like, it would be a really good time to apologize, the middle of the night. I'm unsure if we're on different time zones, but I just thought that was kind of funny. The other thing that you're going to notice about the video, other than it has quite a few views, is that the comments are turned off. So the comments of the video have been turned off. And I started to watch it, and honestly, I couldn't get through it alone. I was like, I cannot do this by myself. I'm going to do a live stream, and we're all going to kind of finish watching it together. I got through the first 4 minutes of this 7-minute apology and was like, nope, not doing it. So I'm just going to see who all is here. Hello, Joe. Joe is having a very awful time at work right now. He has a machine broken down and he's being made to wait and just kind of wait for them to come fix the machine. So I'm glad you're here, Joe. I hope that at least this is giving you something to entertain you while you're waiting around for all of that. Olap is here. We love Olap. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day Olaping. Tizzy Dawn says, I used to watch Kaya. I'm so sorry. You don't have anything to be sorry about. there's a lot of people right now that have been feeling really guilty almost for watching Kaya and supporting her at one point. Don't. You have no reason to be sorry. You have no reason to feel guilty. You have no reason. You can only work with the information you know at the time, right? So when you supported Kaya, you were unaware that this man even existed. I had people telling me that they weren't even aware she had a man, let alone one like this. You can only deal with information as it's given to you. So if you supported her before this ever came out, try not to feel guilty. Know that you were not supporting this in any way, shape, or form. You were not there to support these actions because you were unaware of them. And had you been aware, you would not have supported. It's like when I'm talking about scams and I'm saying that the CEO isn't letting the customers make an educated decision because he's lying to all of them. This is the exact same thing. Kaya was not letting the audience and the whole community make a proper educated decision about whether or not they should support her and her channel because she did not offer up all this information to us. You know what I mean? So there is really nothing to feel bad about. And you don't have to apologize at all. Try to let it go. It's bad enough that everyone feels betrayed by this because a lot of people are like, I really trusted her. I thought she was a good person. I was rooting for her recovery. She was in recovery, very open about it on here. And when creators are open, halfway open, let's say, where they only tell you certain things about themselves to kind of suck you in and get you to support them, and then they drop a bomb like this on you, it feels like you just got punched in the gut. It really does. And that's how people were kind of describing this felt like for anyone that supported her. They were saying it felt like somebody just punched me in the gut. Like, fuck you. This is Kaya. Bam, right to the stomach. So, anyone that's supporting her, don't feel bad because we all know that you're not supporting this, especially if you've walked away. I'm telling you, this is bringing back my faith in humanity a little bit on here, just because uh, at least most of the people that I've talked to have been against this man and his past and how Kaya is standing by him. And my experience on this app is that everyone sticks up for the predator instead. So this is the first time in my whole career on here where I have spoken out about a predator and people are actually like, yeah, we don't like the predator, instead of just getting mad at me for speaking out about a predator. So I have a whole group of haters that are mad at me for not liking Onision and not being around Real Stream News and blah, 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 right? So this has been kind of interesting to me because I'm like, oh, look at this. Maybe there is a bunch of people on the platform that don't like predators. I would like to know more of those people and get away from the people that support them, that chase me around the internet with their hate. Crimes against children with no remorse. I think that was the hardest part for everyone, right? It was one thing that they had admitted to doing this. It's another thing how they spoke about it and did not seem remorseful and actually victim blamed the minors. I think that's what really got people. They pretty much said, don't hate the player, hate the game. Yeah, and that's exactly it, right? Kai is coming across as very arrogant with her apology posts. Yeah, we'll take a look at those. We'll take a look at that, don't worry. Olap says even the thumbnail for the apology video was a bad choice. It looks like a kindergartner made it. It was a little weird. It was a little weird. I thought RSOs are not allowed to be on the internet. Registered sex offenders is RSO, in case you do not know. That actually depends, unfortunately. If their crime was committed on the internet, then they get booted off the internet and they aren't allowed on the internet. However, if their crime is not committed on the internet, not all of them are kicked off of the internet, unfortunately. A lot of times, sort of that law can only go through and they can only keep them from the internet if the crime was committed on the internet. It's like that here in Canada, it's similar in the UK, the US. I think it depends on like the states and the law per state and everything. So he could be allowed on the internet, unfortunately, which is a horrifying thought, isn't it? It's a horrifying thought that people that are on the registry uh, can just kind of log on to the internet and talk to whoever they want. We don't want that. That's right, but unfortunately, like here in Canada, it's extremely hard. Here in Canada, they actually have a criminal act, but they have no victims act. So a lot of times the criminals here get protections over the victims of crimes. And the victims are made to move if the criminal lives in the same building or vicinity, for example, and not the criminal. And I've spoken out about that here. I think that's wrong. And unfortunately, it's like that in a lot of places. David says, "Where is Kaya? What's she doing off camera?" I think that was upsetting to a lot of people as well, because you are going to notice when I play this apology video in a moment, it is only the dude. It's only good old Terrence. Good old Terrence, who kidnaps kids from both parents. I'm sorry, I have to do some humor here, or else I'm going to die. But yeah, she was nowhere to be seen. So a lot of people are kind of like, well, where's her apology? Like, how come she wasn't sitting there beside you? They felt like she should have at least been sitting beside him in the video, even if she didn't talk. It's kind of like, you want to stand by your man, then let's see you stand by your man, sis. Where are you? How come you're not on the camera? Oh, hell no. Which I love that name. A few people are wanting to put this in the closet already. Aren't they, though? Aren't they? I don't know why. It literally just happened. Okay, it's not like this happened several months ago and then people are still going on about it. Then maybe I could see some people. I got really triggered, for example, during the Onision shit, and I was like, "Holy fuck! Stop putting Onision all over the place! I'm sick of hearing this." So, like, then maybe I could understand some people being like, "Guys, can we drop it? It's been months." But it's literally only been a few days. Like, people are still kind of shell shocked about this. There are some people that really supported her, and like for years on here. She's been out here for a few years now, since I believe it was like 2018 or 2019 she started her channel. So she's been out here for a little while getting support. Those people are like, just kind of taking it in. And for some people, it could take them a few days to process everything, and that's okay. So I don't know why people are acting like it's been like a year out here, that everyone's been talking about this. It's going on for. It's been a few days. Okay, not even everyone in these communities that they're a part of has heard of this yet. So we're not going to stop until everyone hears of it. So now that we kind of know where we're at, everyone was waiting for them to do this yesterday. They claimed Sunday was going to be the day. I'm unsure if they probably recorded this video on Sunday, waited for everyone to go to bed for the night, and then uploaded it. That's what it looks like to me. So without further ado, I'm going to give you Terrence, who steals kids from both parents, and we'll hear what he has to say. I'm going to be honest with you. I hate pimps. I hate the sex trafficking industry. I do not believe in harm reduction. I hate OnlyFans, and I think that it should be shut down. I am very annoyed with people like Jacqueline Glenn being on OnlyFans, because then I get stupid idiots commenting to me like, you can send me your tits. Jacqueline Glenn has an OnlyFans. And then I get harassed by men out here, and me saying I'm married, go away, no longer works because of OnlyFans existing. So I am kind of against the whole sex trafficking industry. You might notice I have a lot of haters. A lot of them are in the sex trafficking industry. They don't like that I'm against that, or they're mods of Onisions, that kind of thing. But I am very against the sex trafficking industry. So I want you to know that I already have a bias here. I don't really think that it's a career to be a sex worker. Uh, I also have a trauma disorder from childhood sexual abuse. And to me, when I hear these young women talking about how they work for OnlyFans and they traffic their own bodies and it's empowerment and helps their trauma, I go and I puke in a toilet for about 6 hours afterwards because I literally do not understand. It makes no sense to me. To me, it's a whole society that is grooming young people into joining a sex website and selling themselves for popularity, and we all need to wake up. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm probably going to be really mean.
Hi, my name is Terrence, and I wanted to come on here and make a short
I don't know what that means, but I believe you.
video apologizing.
Her first video was 2 years or 8 years. I don't know why I just said 2. 8 years ago? Holy shit. So yeah, she's been on here for a while then. I don't think she actually got popular though until her very first video that she did that was dedicated to both ALR and Foodie. That was like
I
2018 or
recently
2019.
had jumped on a channel and against my better judgment.
So when he said this, the first thing that I thought is, oh, he's apologizing for going on the channel. He's not apologizing for anything else. He already said he's not sorry. He already said he's not sorry. There are no victims. That little girl that he pimped out, no, she was just a hoe. So I was like, oh, I see what we're doing here. He basically admits it. Oh, I went on this channel against my better judgment. I should have decided to tell you all that I think that it's okay to pimp out little children on someone else's channel.
However, I felt attacked, but not attacked, not me per se. But
I was wondering how you think those little teenage girls felt, when they were already homeless out on the street and they were trying to survive and get by, and then you kidnap them as per the actual court documents of your case, and then force them into prostitution and selling their bodies to make you money. Do you think maybe they felt attacked in that moment? I have no sympathy for you and Kaya feeling attacked. In fact, I think a lot of people were actually a lot nicer to you two than what you deserved. All right. If you were in another community, go over into the Ethan Ralph sector of the internet. Go hang out over there and tell all of them that you pimp out babies and see how that goes for you. If you think that we being attacking over here.
I felt the anguish that I was causing Kaya to feel or to go through at that particular moment.
You could have just apologized to your girlfriend in your bedroom where you probably fantasize with her about pimping out underage little girls.
So when I was addressed with a very serious question, I allowed my behavior defense get the best of me.
Okay.
So
But see, here's the problem that I think a lot of us have. If you were actually remorseful, and if you had actually served out this time, learned your lesson, and admitted to your wrongs, because when you get like sentenced with something like this, you have to kind of admit to yourself that you fucked up, that you're a criminal, that you did this. If you had gone through all of those appropriate processes to actually try to rehabilitate yourself so that you didn't get back into this lifestyle after you were released from prison, you would not have had any defensiveness left. Do you want to know why? Because you would have been going to counseling and you would have already faced all these demons. You would have already kind of humbled yourself and succumbed to the fact that you were a piece of shit for this. It's like, I'm a recovered addict too. One of the first things that you have to do is admit all of the wrongs that you've ever done when you were using, and then go and make them all right and apologize to all of the people you hurt, you know? And it's like, if you had done that kind of thing where you had to look within and say to yourself, I am a fucked up person and I did this and I harmed children, and you kind of like took responsibility for it to yourself, right? You wouldn't have felt defensive. There would have been none of those left. When people called you out for it, you would have come out here and been like, I know, guys, I know it was the worst time of my life. I fucked up real bad. I should have never have done that. You wouldn't have been out here calling it a lifestyle, trying to find excuses for it and getting defensive. So I think that that's what was bothering people about this whole thing. And now I feel like you're only apologizing for getting defensive and not actually for what you did, right? He told us how he feels, zero fucks given. That's right. He's reading. He does continuously look down, and with the way that his voice is sounding, it does appear that he is reading off of a pre-written PR sounding apology, and then he even fucks it up reading it. Lola says Kaya let everyone think she was just trying to get by and doing her best in recovery, taking money off people when the whole time she had this man living with her. Yeah. And I think that's the other thing about how he didn't take accountability, right? And had no remorse is she's also in recovery. So when you're in recovery, like, you have remorse for what you did. Like, you can be like, yeah, I was an addict at one point and I fucking sucked. You have to have that like self-awareness. So it's hard to think that she's taken full accountability for all of her actions, right? And is in actual active recovery when she has this guy next to her going, well, the little girls wanted to be horse pimped out by me, and not doing so himself. It's kind of like, well, he's obviously not helping you like he claims he does, Kaya, right? Connie says he has even refused to get a psychosexual eval to bolster his multiple appeals. Mm-hmm. Maybe Chantel can change her life and react to Kaya. See, Tizzy says, I did know she had a partner, did not know he was a criminal. And most people don't think to look into it. At least I'm not one of those people. I don't care to go researching people unless something like this pops off, and then I'll go research you. So it's not like anyone really cared to find out information about him, you know? He was just kind of Kaya's man that lived with her, and that's all you needed to know.
in regards to my response, nothing could be further from the truth.
In regards to my response, nothing could be further from the truth. And I was like, I'm not really sure what this means. So I hope he elaborates.
I'm usually someone who can keep his emotions at bay, but knowing it was my thoughtless actions causing all of this, um, I wasn't able to do just that. So I must admit, my dander was up.
But again, that's all you. Like, it's not our fault. He's like, yeah, guys, I'm really sorry, you know. How did you guys find out that I pimp out little kids? I got really defensive. And I was sitting there going, damn, I've caused all of this pain to so many people being this pimp. So I decided to yell at all of you for it. It's like, apology not accepted. Thank you very much.
Which caused me not to think as clearly.
Like, am I supposed to care? Am I supposed to care that you weren't thinking that clearly? Like, I don't know what I am watching right now.
Now, just for the record, this
Was the other stuff off the record?
all happened way, way before I even knew of Kaya's existence.
That's a lie. That's the first lie that you told in this. Okay? We are already aware that Kaya knew you when you was in jail for this or right after. Here's our thing. We don't give a fuck about when you were actually committing the crimes. Okay? Whether or not you knew her then, we don't care about. We're upset because Kaya knew who you were, bud. It doesn't matter if she was around when you were being a pimp or not. What has us all going, what the hell, is the fact that you are who you are with the record that you have. And she still went, you know what, this is a good catch. I think I'll move him into my home. I'm trying to better my life. Do you know what would really better my life? If I moved in a guy that just got out of jail for pimping out little children. I think that would be the greatest way to get through my recovery. And we're all like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why would you even choose to be around somebody like this? All right. My haters hang out with like predators like this Zoom guy and shit, okay? I won't even go near these people. Like, I'm like, keep them away from me. They'll like bring them on calls with me. I'm like, bye. Like, why are you even near these people? Like, why do you want to be in the same vicinity as people that do this? I streamed with a guy once. His name was H Bomb, okay? 6699. I did a stream about him, about Real Stream News, one time. About a month or so after that stream, it came out that he was getting charged for 100 CP charges. All right? I have never blocked someone so fucking fast in all my life. All right. It was just done. Like, I didn't even have to think about it. It was like, ew, gross. Oh my God. Goodbye. You're out of my life. Peace. All right. Why do you want to be around someone like this? And she can't say, oh, I didn't know. Because allegedly, she has told some people that she met you while you were still in jail for this crime. So it doesn't matter if she was around you or friends with you when you were out and being a pimp. All right, we don't care when it started for you two. It doesn't matter. No matter when it started, you still are who you are with the record that you have endangering children. And she still said, yeah, I want to lay next to you every night, while telling everyone that she was in recovery and telling people that she's a survivor of things like this.
So, at this time, I would like to apologize to the victim.
He says, I can't take him seriously with that troll doll staring at me in the background there. You see it? Little troll doll. If the parole boards are accepting these apologies, they need help too. It does make you wonder how he got out 5 years early, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Because you're kind of like, this guy doesn't seem like he has any remorse. And usually, in order to get out on parole and in order to get out, before you serve your whole sentence, you have to have good behavior. You have to show remorse for your crimes. And I'm like, how did he get out? As Hogan says, crazy thought. Did he start as Kaya's pimp? I mean, maybe. He got out in 2010. She started seeing him in 2011. Well, that's what she claims. But then allegedly, she's also accidentally messed up before and claimed that she met him when she was in jail. This is what her viewers have claimed. So I'm not 100% sure when it was, but even if she met him a year after he got out, right? They would have still had to have the conversation of, hey, have you ever been in jail or whatever? Like, I'm sure it came up in that lifestyle. You talk about things like that, I guess, if you're like pimping and hoeing on the streets. I'm assuming it would come out your criminal record. So, it's hard for us to see him saying, yes, I have a criminal record. I served 5 years for kidnapping and pimping out children. And then she says, oh, well, that's okay. That's okay. Kaya went after Nader so hard too. So by her logic, now we should forget Nader stabbed people because it's in the past. Yeah, I mean, technically.
Whom this unfortunate incident happened to.
It wasn't Kaya.
And anyone.
We're here for the kids. We're here for the kids. We're here for the kids that you pimped out. Okay, at this point, none of us really care about you or Kaya.
Else that may have been affected due to my dominant beliefs at that moment in time.
Your beliefs in that moment in time. Are you talking about while you were pimping or while you were on the stream doing the interview thing and being defensive? Either or, this isn't an excuse.
In life.
In life.
Furthermore, anyone who I may have affected in my path of destruction at that moment in time, I want to apologize to you as well.
At that moment in time, sir, let me tell you something. As someone that has also been lifelong affected by what someone did to me when I was a child, all those girls you pimped out, they're still dealing with this. Every single day, they wake up feeling like pieces of meat, like they're worthless, like they don't deserve anything good in their lives because of what you did to them. Every single night they go to sleep, they have nightmares of these grown men raping them on repeat because of what you did to them. They have trouble handling their emotions. They will get triggered during the day. If they ever become parents in the future, even getting pregnant can re-trigger the trauma for them. You have fucked up these girls for the rest of their lives. So it's nice that you get to say, oh, I'm sorry that me and Kaya were affected in this one moment in time. And all of us watching, we'll get over this. You owe your apology to every single little girl that wakes up in the middle of the night screaming and crying and hyperventilating because she's going through another trauma nightmare of a grown-ass man touching her that you passed her off to and that you took money for. And this will go on for her for the rest of her life. And then if she speaks out of it on the internet, she'll have groups of people attacking her saying that she deserved it. These girls will have to be on medication. They will have to go through counseling for their whole lives. PTSD, especially complex PTSD, which is when you have repeated trauma as a child, never goes away. This is coming from someone who has it as a diagnosis. I never get away from my abuser. And I was 5 years old. I can't imagine being a teenager and having this happen to me. These girls will never be able to forget. And anything they did forget with their memories, their body didn't forget. Their emotions don't forget. It's a struggle for these girls to live every single day of their lives because of what you did to them. And you get to sit here now with your little troll doll and your little fucking emo blanket behind you. And you get to talk about God wanting you to do good things, which is what is just about to come up in this. And I literally want to punch the glasses off of your face and knock out the tooth next to your snaggle tooth on the bottom there. That is how mad this makes me. It's just at that time in my life. It may have just been one little time in your life to you, but this is a lifelong of pain for every single little girl that you looked at that time. I don't believe you didn't touch them. You want me to believe you're just handing them off to other people for money? Yeah, okay. Okay. Why don't you tell more survivors that? Do it.
Well, I truly do apologize. I can't speak for the victim. However, I can speak for me. So with that,
You better not speak for the victims. You shut up if you talking about speaking for the victims. No. You let the rest of us speak for the victims. And do you know what they have to say to you? Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. Take this damn apology and shove it up your fucking ass. And I hope it hurts you as much as it did when you made me go out there and do it with grown ass men when I was fucking 14. That's what they want to say to you.
that being said, I would not sit here and BS you to believe that I have no remorse
You don't.
for the victims whom I've hurt in my past.
You
To
don't.
be honest, I'm actually an empathic person. So yes, I have remorse, and I regret the role I played in their lives. I've hurt many people in the past, but I sit before you today saying that's not who I am today.
It does not matter. As stated, I don't care. I don't believe in rehabilitation for predators of children. I just don't. I believe in it as much as I believe in gay conversion therapy, dude. All right, it shouldn't be a thing, shouldn't exist, it doesn't work.
I have been through so much, but yet I still wake up every single day trying to see
luck,
how I
Joe.
can contribute to this world we live in to make it better, one kind act at a time.
You know what you can do? The very first thing you can do to make everyone's life better, even your woman's? Take a rope and then go and find a pier in the basement. Oh, I'm not going there. That's too mean.
And better than the day before. I won't sit here and name my specific contributions to society, but I will say that my life has done a full 360.
A 360? You realize that a 360 is you just went right back around in a circle and right back to where you were. No? Oh, okay.
Some may even say a 720.
Oh
I
my
went
God.
from being someone who had never had a job to getting a job washing dishes, to moving up to salad prep, to moving up to prep cook. I was 489 pounds. I wore a size 56 to 58 pants.
Okay, why are you telling me this? I don't care.
10XL shirt. I couldn't walk 10 paces without being winded and having to take a seat. Now I'm 271 pounds, wearing a 38 pants, 3X shirt, and I'm in the gym 4 to 5 times a week. So I sit here saying I have changed through and through. So know that every day that the good Lord bless me with life above ground, I will be a blessing to someone.
Yeah, because we all know that you're going down below when you die. If you believe in heaven and hell, you're going to hell. All right, you're going to hell. This damage control is not working. No, it's not. God bless the survivors. 360 is back to where he started. That's what I said. I was like, so you just did a circle, went right back? I mean, I'm bad at math, but even I knew that. Come on, bud. Come on. Come on. Yeah, why is he telling us about his weight gain? It used to hurt you to sit down. You know what happens to a little girl that is forced to have sex before her body is done maturing? Do you know what happens to her? You want to talk about hurting to sit down? You want to talk about what all those little teenagers had to go through with their bodies after you forced grown-ass men into them? I don't even care. I hope that you always have trouble sitting down. I wish that Big Bubba gave it to you in the ass so hard when you were in there that you had to sit down on a donut for the rest of your life, if you really want me to be honest.
I probably can never right all my wrong, but I definitely can and will continue to strive to be the best version of me that I can possibly be. So I deeply apologize to any of you who have been affected by the upbringing of this topic.
The upbringing of this
Or
topic.
any other conversations that.
No, we're just affected by how these poor girls were made to be upbrought near you. That's really what it is.
May bring up old unwanted feelings. I wish nothing but positivity upon you all. My heart goes out to all of you that went through your trials and tribulations and still have to deal with them.
Oh, just not the victims of yours, though, right? Because they weren't victims. Because they chose that lifestyle. They were innocent little girls. They were all prostitutes, right?
I won't
Right? He doesn't
sit
mention
here and get
anything
into
like
details
that.
about my case. It's really irrelevant. To hear one side of it, it does nothing. So
What do you mean? It's irrelevant to hear one side. I won't go into the details of my case. It's irrelevant to hear one side of it. You just said a moment ago you were sorry. Okay? You literally just said, I am sorry for all of the pain that I have put all of these people through, and I'm going to work real hard to do better. And then you turn around and you say, oh, but the court documents only tells one side of the story, so there's no point. It's like a roller coaster ride with you. Are you sorry or are you not? Like, what do you mean it only tells one side? What's the side tell? What the voices of the victims is all we care about here. And nobody wants to go looking up who they are. Nobody wants to go and actually reach out to them individually. None of that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying their voice on here needs to be represented. People out here need to know it is not okay to do that to children. It is also not okay to do that to children, serve a measly 5 years in jail, and then get your life back while all of those children are going through hell for the rest of their lives. Literally every single day. When they're your age, they're still going to be going through this. And you think you deserve to enjoy your everyday? You think that you deserve to wake up happy and healthy and doing well while those girls are waking up in the middle of the night every single night to traumatic nightmares, shaking, having to be on medication. Do you know how many meds I've been on with this fucking disorder? Do you not realize that those women are going to have to now be on medication for the rest of their lives because of you? It's not okay. F-250 on 6,000 rips. How you paying for that, sir? Well, it's a good thing to ask. A lot of people are wondering if he's still doing it. Rudolph says, worst apology ever. What apology? I know. Tizzy says that he did the cinnamon challenge. That proves he's absolutely not right. Did he? I didn't like check out every single thing that they've ever done, I'll be honest. The fact he's talked about himself this whole time shows he has no concept of empathy, as he claims to be so empathetic. Not only that, but this. He was able to drop several dress sizes as well as change his whole life outlook on life thanks to Herbalife nutrition. Thanks to Herbalife, he's not that man he once was. Rehabilitate with Herbalife, the MLM company that we speak out about here. But it's like he actually went on a whole weight loss challenge, just like talk, didn't he? I don't even know why. How are you empathetic and sorry, but now you're wanting to tell us about how you lost weight? Why do I care? Oh, I can change my weight, therefore I can change my ways. Like, that's not a thing, dude. What are you on about? And like, are we supposed to be happy about that? Is that what that was supposed to do? You're just showing your resilience? Oh yeah, no, he'll totally come back from this because he lost all that weight.
I want to thank you all.
Ew! Don't thank
for your patience. I want to thank you for this opportunity.
I literally am not giving you any patience. I have zero patience for bullshit over here, okay? I am like just done with people like you. I have no patience. I am not giving you a chance to do anything. We literally told you to stop. Like, we even said stop talking out. Like, we were all talking about this all weekend in different chats, going, what is he, like, what else can they say? What can they say? Like, there is nothing that they would be able to say. No matter how much they apologize, they had already fucked it up. Things might have been slightly different had just in future. Hopefully, we never have to go through this again. But let's just talk about in future if this ever does happen again. If you're dating a guy and you come out here as a creator and you have something like this going on with him, I think the best thing to do would be not live stream, not scream at people about how you don't have any victims in interviews. Maybe just go to doing this apology. But instead of telling us about how God wants you to do great things and how you lost weight and you have all this empathy and shit, actually apologize. Take full accountability. Like, we don't even really hear you owning up to it here. You don't mention once, I was an awful person who pimped out minor children. That's never left your mouth, even in this whole thing. So to us, you're not even taking accountability fully.
And when I thank you for the time, your time, my heart goes out to y'all.
I don't want your heart to go out to me. I feel like your heart is cold and black. And if demons are real, having your heart go out to me would have me get possessed by them. So I am good. Thank you. Please keep your heart to yourself.
Thank you. Have a blessed one.
And that was it. And that was it. That was supposed to bring Kaya, Simon's life, and her man back to where they were before this all went down, I guess. Because I'm assuming that's what they're hoping for with this. Otherwise, the two of them just log the fuck off the internet and get the hell away from all of us. I mean, really, like, what are they expecting with this display? As Tizzy said, apology denied. I have not heard one person, and I've been checking in with all of the people that have been talking about this all day before I came on here, because everyone was flipping out over this all morning. Right? Like, everyone's streaming about it right now. I'm not the first, that's for sure. I know No Madness Life was live. I know I saw a few people live in the Hater Nation too talking about this. So this is what I mean. I have not heard one person be like, yep, no, this is good. Yeah, great apology. It's a lot like Colleen Ballinger. You are like the male Colleen Ballinger. You should have at least played a ukulele while you were saying this so that we could have at least enjoyed a song during it. Because that's useless. It's a useless video. In order to apologize, you have to firstly admit every single thing that you did wrong. Take accountability, own up to all of the actions, be like, yes, I did this. Yes, I did this. Sucked, I did this. Like, I shouldn't have done it. And then actually apologize for the behaviors. And it helps if you actually mention the behaviors while you're apologizing, right? Right? Colleen Ballinger was at least entertaining. She at least gave us a song with it. This guy just gave us fucking blankness, silence, and then ums. Which made me laugh because, as we've all been saying, it looks like it is a written out apology. So I'm sitting here going, why does he have to pause so much and say if he wrote this shit down? Okay? Like, why? What is happening here? Monty will accept this. Well, that's because Monty runs a no fat movement. Actually, it's been a little while since I've talked about Monty. I talk about Monty here and the no fat movement here quite often. I like to make fun of weird belief systems like that. We're going to have to go check out Monty's website, I think, again soon this week, aren't we? Just to have some laughs with all of this going on. Monty will accept a turd on the floor. Yeah. There's no hope for him or his followers, in my opinion, in Monty or in this guy's and Kaya's. Honestly, I'm having such a hard time thinking that Kaya actually sat down with him, wrote this all out, and then said, here, go and read this, and then everything will be okay. Like, that's how I picture this going. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Kaya, are you using again? Are you high? Because, like, this wasn't it. Not only was this not it, but as you guys heard, she's been making some community tab posts, right? The first one was a couple days ago, and I have not brought this up yet because at the time of my video, she had not yet made it, as far as I saw. And if she did make it, I probably didn't care to hear her apology at that time, I'll be honest. So I haven't brought it up yet, but this is what she has stated a couple days ago. You'll see 2 days ago. Here, I'll try to make it a little bit bigger for you guys. Hold on. Sometimes the StreamYard makes it look like extra small. There, that's better. So it says, I truly apologize to each and every one of you. Oh, sorry, everyone, you. You edited this, right, Kaya? I never wanted to let you guys down. We apologize for the other night. We both. We're running on emotions. We handled ourselves poorly. I know some people could care less, but I want you that truly supported me. I never meant to hurt anyone. There's so much I want to say, but most have already wrote me off, but I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. Are you high when you're writing this though? Like seriously, I know you have really bad grammar and spelling, and I kind of poked fun of you because your about section was a mess and it has a million emojis in it. So I felt like I was looking at a Hunbot post. But like this actually sounds like you're high off your trees and trying to like write something. It makes no sense. And I hope you all are well. And no, we're not well, Kaya. We're not doing okay right now. But thank you. And I deeply apologize that this has triggered people's past. And I was like, what? Also, I want to know who are the 154 people that I need to knock out because they liked this post. Like they were like, oh yeah, no, this apology, this is a good one. This is a good one. I need to know. We just need to have a little talk. I won't hit you too hard, I promise. I just want to ask you why. Like why? Why did you like this? That has been my thoughts. I wonder if she is really in recovery. I mean, this really does not look it. Oh, we're getting there, Tizzy. Don't you worry. It does not look like she's in recovery. She's saying, I'm sorry my mask slipped. Exactly. I really do feel like these two are not apologizing for their actions, right? Like, and the fact that like she's not apologizing for the fact she's with him. Otherwise, she would have like left him. Like, our problem with you, Kaya, is that you are dating a man that pimped out children. Okay, the only way you could make it right is by then like kicking him out of the house and being like, I don't know what I was thinking. Oh my God, the last 12 years I must have been high. Get out, you child abuser. I don't know if you have kids, and if you do have kids, I hope you don't have custody of those kids, because he wouldn't be allowed to be around any kids. That's the other thing. How are you two supposed to do anything and have fun together when this guy literally can't even go within so many meters of parks and schools and whatever else? It's just weird. So you're sorry that the mask slipped. You're sorry everyone found out, right? He's sorry everyone found out about him, but he's not sorry for what he did. And you're not sorry, Kaya. Otherwise, you would have literally left him. She has no kids, thankfully. I wouldn't normally say that about people, but thankfully in this case, because he's not allowed to be around kids. So that was the first apology, if you will, from a couple days ago. Then there was this lovely one from 9 hours ago, where she had, like I said, it says on my computer, and apparently still says on my computer, that everything was like 9 hours ago. So it's 1 p.m. here, right? So just to get it, like that's what time it is. So I'm kind of like, why are you doing this at weird fucking hours? Just why? It's so weird. For those saying he was reading off a script, or I wrote that for him, or why was he looking down? He doesn't do YouTube. YouTube is not his thing. But does he talk? Is he a human, or is he an NPC or fucking AI? I mean, what do you mean? He doesn't do YouTube. He doesn't do YouTube. So I had to tell him how to talk on YouTube. You don't have to be a YouTuber to do an apology for your stuff in your real life. You realize that, right? I really don't understand that. I'm kind of like, okay, so he's not a YouTuber. That's nice. Didn't have to be. YouTube is not his thing. He was trying to stick with the topics and not be all over the place. I'm sure people think this is easy. Excuse me? Who has said that this is easy? Who, Kaya? You have one fucking nerve getting on a high horse. Oh, all of you say that this is something really easy that I'm going through. Yeah, bitch, what about those kids? Ask them how easy this is. No one person has says that what you're going through is easy, but every single person has says that it's well deserved. It's not easy, and he is sorry, and so am I. Period. Heart prayers. Bitch, you don't have the right to do. Period. How about log off the internet, you fucking chomo? Period. How about log off the internet, you traitor to all women? Period. How about you and your fucking predator man go jump off a fucking bridge together and drown? Period. Literally. KYS. Period. There's that in your period. You know what? Bunch of the little girls that your man abused probably got their periods early, because that's what happens. Yeah, did you know some little girls don't get theirs until 12 or 13? He said one of those people were 14, Kaya. 14! And that was supposed to be okay. Period. He's sorry, and so am I. Period. Do you know what's funny though, Kaya? We'll see how funny it is and how much of a period you're putting on things. Because YouTube will not support having a predator on their platform, and he's all over your channel. I don't think I would have a problem if every single person started writing and adding Team YouTube. with his criminal record saying, we want this predator taken off of our platform. Hey, if people can make up that I'm a predator just to at Team YouTube because they're mad at me because I threatened Onision 4 years ago, then I don't know why you can't at Team YouTube about Kaya and her man. Right? I'm just saying. You have one nerve to be the one with attitude out here. And no, I didn't not write. You didn't not write, so you did write. You do realize two negatives make a positive in language and science, by the way. So, no, I didn't not write. So you did write. Okay, well, thanks for admitting it. Anything for him. If he didn't want to come on here, he wouldn't have. Kaya. Really? Really? Are you kidding me right now? Really? If he wanted to come on here, he wouldn't have. We don't care if you forced him to come on there or not. Okay. We saw it. This attitude right here, I'm sure people think this is easy. It's not easy, and he is sorry, and so am I. Period. That tells us that you people are not sorry at all. You're actually getting on your high horse here. I'm sure people think this is easy. Well, I mean, you seem to think it was pretty easy to lay down next to a man that pimped out minor children. So, I mean, what, is this hard for you now, Kaya? Having a difficult time on here, are ya? Aw, poor Kaya. It's so hard. It's so hard for her to go through this. Who cares about all the little girls that her man victimized? Oh, no. Kaya is the real victim here. Everyone needs to come together and help Kaya feel better. Guys, everyone's being mean to Kaya on the internet. How dare we all? How dare we call her out on the internet, okay? She's sorry, period. So, you have to accept it now. Here's the problem with that though, Kaya. Not one person on here has to accept your apology. You're getting all upset out here. I feel like this is almost a response because she put out the apology and it wasn't received well. I'm unsure if it was uploaded with comments taken off. Maybe if you guys want to let me know, that would be great. I'm sure one of you guys know. You guys are amazing out there. You watch everything. That's how I get my info. So what do you know? But she might have uploaded the original video there of his with the comments on. Gotten comments of people being like, no, screw this apology, and then turned off the comments. Or she's just watching everyone, right, reacting to it and going, oh my God, I am going through such a hard time with this. I can't believe that I lied to all of the people on the internet for years about who I was and the recovery I'm in and the fact that my man pimps out little children. Oh, it's so difficult for me now that everyone knows, like, what do you want from people, honestly, though? Like as Hogan says, how about Kaya did this to herself, period. Because she did. She chose to come out here and make a channel. She chose to not be transparent about who she was. She chose to hide the fact that her man was like this. She chose to be with a man like this. Are you really that dumb, Kaya? Though I do have to wonder about you. All right, lady? I have to wonder about you. Like, I feel like you had to have known this was going to happen. You're out here, you're messing around with farmers. All right. You're hanging out with like people that use Kiwi farms and A-loggers, doxers and stuff and all this shit, right? And you actually thought that, well, you were in a realm of people like that and talking about people like Foodie, J Station, Cyrax. You thought you were going to talk about Cyrax and no one was going to go take a look into your past? And then find that? That's funny to me. What made you think that you were going to be able to come on here and come into a community? Because a lot of people don't realize, but Kiwi Farms is kind of like predator farms, where a lot of people are like, oh, they just talk about trans people and people with disabilities. No, you usually have to be a predator or really bad in some way to get on there. Okay, so you go into that world, especially the world of Cyrax, and talking about Cyrax, and a lot of people that speak out about him do so because he's a predator. That's what you were all mad at, right, Kaya? Remember when you were mad at Booty Beauty for sticking up for Cyrax? Ha ha ha! Remember? Remember? Wasn't that a nice time? Yeah, you're getting mad at Foodie Booty for sticking up for Cyrax, and then you're going and banging your man who pimps out little girls. Ugh, gross. But you actually thought you were going to be able to hang out in that place and have a secret like that, and then no one was going to find out? I don't know why you would, as a woman, first of all, be with a man with a record like that, but then secondly, decide to open up a YouTube channel and blast your face all over it when you got a man like that, and then go digging into other people's life. When you go digging into other people's life, people dig into your life. You realize that, right? So I don't understand why you ever thought that you were going to be able to get away with coming out here with a man like that and being in communities like that. Eventually, they're going to look you up. Eventually, they're going to look up your man. Eventually, they were going to be like, what the fuck is this? And that's what we're here for. Because it happened. Because eventually, you were going to bring up someone like Cyrax or something. And that community is a little psycho. They will research every single thing about you, even if you're a content creator in their community. So it's funny to me almost that you thought you would like get away with this as you're watching like Tragic's like record being blasted everywhere, like Nag's record being blasted, and like all these other people in Hater Nation's records being blasted. You thought that what? No one was going to look into your record? Why does everyone out here always think that they're special? It's so weird. It's like if you come on here and you're researching other people, people are going to research you. You should be okay with that. But you also have to know that if you're out here researching other people and then you're hiding something like Kaya's hiding, that will get blasted out. So just don't come on here and start researching and covering people if that's the life you're leading. You don't have a moral high ground to stand on. In fact, we're questioning if you even have morals at all, or values, or anything. And at this point, we're all also questioning if you and your man have any empathy, because that display showed us that you did not. But that is like the worst sentence ever. I mean, is it supposed to be your apology since you weren't in the video? I'm sure people think this is easy. It's not easy, and he's sorry, and so am I. Period. And she yells it at us. Period. Honestly, you should just log off the internet. Period. Because the internet is no place for predators. All right, we don't like predators out here. There will be people that will do everything in their power now to get you booted off the internet. And they probably are. And that's why you're probably having a quote unquote hard time right now. But again, that's on you. That's on you. Why are you dating a man like this? That's your fault. It's your fault that you decided to throw away your apparent, alleged morals and values and your status as a survivor and as a woman for this piece of shit man. He's not even good looking, girl. This guy's no Jay-Z. All right? Like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. If he was, like, good looking or something, maybe I could. Like, does he have a dick the size of my fucking arm or something? Like, I don't know what you're even there for. It looks like he's not a catch at all. What's he making money doing now is what everybody's wondering. So, by the way, if he has a job, they're going to find it. If he doesn't have a job, they're going to find out about that too. And if he doesn't have a job, the people of the internet are probably going to say that he's still doing what he got accused of. Because we all know that these people that commit crimes and go to jail, I don't have a record, I've never been in jail. People that commit crimes and go to jail tend to get out of jail and then go right back to it. because it's the only way that they know how to make money, right? It's their lifestyle, as you kept calling it. So a lot of people are questioning, like, what does this guy do? Seems like they live in a decent house. And allegedly, you cannot get Section 8 housing if you are on the registered sex offender. If you're a registered sex offender or have like a really bad record, I was told that you can't get Section 8 housing. I don't know how true that is, but that's what a lot of people have been saying over the last couple days. So if that's also true, then how are you paying for the house you're in? How you buying all that makeup that you like to buy? How you going on all these shopping sprees? There was that video of you crying about how you couldn't buy makeup because you had a shopping addiction. How do you have this shopping addiction? How is he making money? How is he making money if he can literally record an apology video for the internet in the middle of the night, Sunday night, and release it Monday morning? I was in bed, I was sleeping. So I felt like, how is he able to do this shit if he's working? Pocket Sand says she only cares about the money she'll be missing. They both would do anything for a buck. I mean, yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? Not having to work and just go online to gossip and make enough money to starve every single day is probably really difficult to give up. You probably have fight or flight kick in pretty quick, right? I mean, that's the thing, though, is that no one's going to give them any money now. I doubt people will care about her opinion about Foodie Beauty. They definitely aren't going to listen to her about Cyrax. I mean, that guy's a predator. So if you're literally housing a predator, sleeping next to a predator, no one's going to listen to you speaking out about a predator. Sweetie, your man is about to become the black Cyrax out here. Like, that's what's going on. So you need to wake up, Kaya, not just in your real life where you kind of look to your right and realize that the guy you're with is a child predator and maybe you should leave, but you need to wake up out here and realize that, like, literally, this isn't it. No one's going to forgive this. Just log off. Log off. Go take a break. Shut down your channel. And then maybe in a few years from now, if you leave that man and you try to come back, then people might have some sympathy for you. But none of this. This has not been it. This is not going to get you anywhere. And like I keep saying, I don't know if there is anything, like that can. That's just the truth. And I cannot blame people, especially the people that watched you. I never watched you. I was in No Madness Life, and then I had people going, Queen, when are you going to cover this? And I was like, okay, fine, I'll check into this Kaya girl. And then there was a lot. So basically, that's when I found out about you. But if I can't imagine being one of these viewers out here. Like, people are feeling guilty for supporting you, which kind of makes me sad. I really do hope that you guys out there that support her, like, please don't feel guilty. Like, let that go. It's not on you. You have nothing to feel guilty about. You are not the ones that hurt children. This asshole and his girlfriend are the ones that should be feeling guilty, not anyone that watched her. I really do hate when people have, like, displaced guilt. It's something that really gets to me really hard. And so please don't do that to yourselves. Just don't put yourselves through that. Like I said, you can only deal with what you knew. In the moment when you were like in her community supporting her, you did not know. You were not given the proper information to be able to make this educated decision to not support her man because you were unaware of her man and what he was doing, right? Therefore, you have nothing to feel guilty about. Stop apologizing. You didn't do anything wrong. You're not the ones that need to apologize. It's these guys that need to apologize. And allegedly, this is their go at it. Huge fail. It's right up there with Colleen Ballinger, who I am working on a deep dive on, but it probably won't be out for another few weeks because there's a lot on that one, let me tell you. So that's a big one. Yes, I love No Madness. I do. I love her. She was covering this. Originally, I saw it on her channel, and I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. wait, there's a woman whose man did what? Like, what is going on out here? So, yeah, I dabble in the hater nation. Another thing I want to say, by the way, because this has been brought up a couple times, because I guess there was some girl that was like reacting to my stream, and she didn't get my joke. I'm an anti-influencer myself, but I also dabble in hater nation myself. I've talked about foodie. I had a video on Jen. I had a video I have videos on Negs, I have videos on Tragic, I have videos on Dark Ninja. I have videos on a lot of people on the outskirts and around Hater Nation. I've talked about Monty a few times on my channel. We've made fun of his no fap stuff. I am kind of like on the outskirts of Haterverse as a reactor myself. And allegedly, a lot of people got really upset because I made a joke. I was hoping everyone would get it was a joke. Because at the beginning of my video on on Kaya, I was like, and Hater Nation is a community of a bunch of people that react to fat girls to feel better about themselves. And I tried to like add some sarcasm into my voice. Granted, it might not have been enough. So I had a lot of people that were like, I agree with everything that you said, except I literally just don't agree with the fact that you say that all of Hater Nation talks about these people to feel better about themselves and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh my god, no, like I've talked about them. Like I was hoping people would catch on that I do that sometimes and throw in little jokey digs like that at haters of the community. So my whole joke with that was that that is what people claim this community to be, and I did it because it's not the first time I've brought up the community either. So I was hoping that I figured most of the people that watched my Kaya's video, I didn't know it was going to blow up a little bit here, we're going to be people that were familiar with my content that I did on Foodie Beauty or on Jen Gwinan when she was doing Sensi or on like Negs, Tragic, blah, 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 and would kind of get that it was a semi dig at them. But if you are someone that reacts to fat girls to feel better about yourself, then I guess you could take it as an insult too. I don't know. Excuse me. No, Madness is too sensitive to chat with. I don't really chat with. I just hang out in live streams. I like to do that sometimes. Live streams are good for me throughout the day because I'm often like tidying up around my house, getting things done, constantly doing something, and I can only listen to music for so long. I listen to music for an hour or two, and then I'm like, all right, is there anyone that can talk to me about something while I'm doing this? So I like to join live streams sometimes for the chit chat in the chats as well. I know that you got the joke, Olap, all right? I knew Olap would laugh. We're all good. But yeah, I try not to go into live streams that much because I have like this little group of people that like follow me around from live stream to live stream, and people that live stream actually get annoyed with them. Like Owl was like, Queen, I really like you, but please don't ever come back here because every time that you're in my stream, I get like 30 people coming to the chat and they'll all be like, Queen of Karma, Queen of Karma, Queen of Karma. And I'm trying to talk about negs and like I know you don't want to take over the chat. Like I just get sick of it. So I'm very careful about where I go now and what live chats I am in because I have a bunch of Onision and Neg supporters that chase me around, and it's really, really weird. So, I've been hanging out in No Madnesses here and there, though, and I do enjoy her coverage of things. I like to hear other people's opinions of things to make sure that maybe I'm not that insane. Because sometimes I'm like, am I overreacting to this? I think this is nuts. I can't be the only one that thinks this is nuts. Who else thinks this is nuts? So then I'll go and check some live streams and there'll be, other people also saying it's nuts. And I go, all right, yeah, no, I thought that I wasn't that nuts. I mean, we all know I'm crazy, but not that crazy, you know? So You might see me around. You might see me around. But I wanted to make sure that people knew I wasn't like hating on Hater Nation in that video. I don't know if it's important or not for me to even bring up, but I just wanted to kind of let everyone know that in this before I ended the stream, which I am going to do right now because there's not much more for me to say. All I really have to say is that I don't forgive these people. You don't have to forgive these people. Don't feel bad for being a part of this community. If you're a part of Kaya's community before all this went down, you have nothing to feel bad about. You have nothing to feel guilty over. Okay, it's okay to feel betrayed, though, and feel like you were lied to. That is probably what you're feeling. Don't replace it with guilt. You have nothing to be guilty for. You guys did nothing wrong as viewers and supporters of her. I promise you did nothing wrong. And don't ever let people kind of come at you for being a past supporter or whatever. I know how things can get out here. Things can get crazy. And I am working on a video on Little Tay. It might be out by the end of the day. I'm rhyming again. Or it might be out tomorrow. It kind of depends on, if I can finish editing it or not. And we have a video on Shani coming out next week. And in between, I have some stuff coming out on CC, our favorite flat earther. And I'll try and fit Monty, Stories of the Internet, in. It's been a long time since we went and checked out the No Fat movement and his website and what's going on. So maybe we'll do a Monty stream in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. And please go and do something you love today. I'm going to remind you, self-care is very important. And especially if you are someone like me and this stuff can kind of trigger you or upset you or anything. Make sure that when you are done watching this, you go and you do something that makes you very happy, that you love, that has nothing to do with Kaya and her bullshit. That is all that I ask, because you got to take care of yourself and your well-being out here first, all right? And I love all of you. I don't want any of you to be upset. It harms me when you guys are upset. So please go and take good care of yourself, and I'll see you all very, very, very soon, either around the tubes or with another one. Try and enjoy your Monday. Monday sucks anyway, doesn't it? Meh. Mwah. Bye! And fuck you, Kaya. Seriously, fuck you and fuck your man. Apology not accepted.
They call me a god. 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 Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Oh, tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a god.